off we go from Las Vegas. This will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First possession coming for the Raiders, and a quarterback, their longtime starter in his 7th season, Derek Carr.
Sometimes I wonder if we're just not looking at Derek Carr and evaluating him the correct way, because this guy's been incredibly reliable. Only 2 missed starts in 6 seasons with the Raiders. His completion percentage topped 70% last year. The only one higher, Drew Brees in New Orleans. The problem, though, it hasn't translated into wins. They move the ball up and down the field, but they don't score enough touchdowns. Derek Carr hoping to remedy that in 2020.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play.
The 22-yard line.
On second down, here's Carr. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he's got it. Past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
But my eyes are still adjusting to the sight of Jason Witten in a Las Vegas Raiders uniform. But times change in the NFL, and guys who like to play, they find ways to continue their careers. Remember, Jason Witten came out of retirement in the broadcast booth to rejoin Dallas in 2019, and at the age of 37 had 63 catches. Now here with the Raiders, they're looking for him to be a leader and contribute with big-time catches downfield.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Baker with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
I still remember being in Indianapolis at the Combine when the result of Kyler Murray's height was announced, and when the tape measure showed him at a little bit above 5'10", all doubts went out the window, and rightly so. The Cardinals went 5-10-1 with him last year, but he was the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. This guy can make great plays with his arm, can scoot with his feet, and his move.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Malik Collins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of look. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Shotgun now from Murray. Flushed out right. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Raiders take over 1st and 10.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown, so now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Josh Jacobs.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
27-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Carr. Let's recall Tyrell Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
Nice catch there by Tyrell Williams to get off to a hot start. Heck, I'd call it a blazing start in 2019, scoring a touchdown each of his first 5 games. And he has history as a big-time receiver as well. 1,000 yards receiving for the Chargers back in 2016.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Inside the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they top 30.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Carr. This is intercepted. Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Here's Jacobs. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
On 2nd and goal, Carr looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here's 3.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. This is Kenyon Drake, 5th-year man from Alabama. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
On the tackle. It's a gain of a yard.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And able to find Kirk complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, Drake. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. On 1st down, Drake. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Play fake, Murray.
At the 30.
It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. It's a run to run now. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That goes for a gain of 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. It's taken to the 26. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. On play action, it's Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And that is going to be incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Come on now, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. It's time.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz in the tackle.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 40. 7 yards, and the Raiders are back within a score. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Going deep for Hopkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
1st and 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now the 5th-year running back is Jalen Richard. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, 27 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by a Tyrell Williams touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, Murray. And now he'll tuck it and run. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Cardinals.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And down to the 20. A big connection on that one. 42 yards.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. First down, Arizona.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 37. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Right back to Dre.
Kenyon Drake on the handoff.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Murray now on first down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
On the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up second and...
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Josh Jacobs. That's good for a lot.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield. Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr going for it all. Intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Isaiah Simmons.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He starts by handing this off to Drake. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nick Kwiatkowski.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
A gain of a yard.
Now Murray off play action. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
6 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Murray steps away to his left. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Number 28, Josh Jacobs.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
3-yard line.
Second and 8. To throw, it's Carr. And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Accelerating, and off he goes. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will make it into the end zone. And a decision to bring it out He's tackled at the 20.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sack by
I
Isaiah.
think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
When I watch Chandler Jones play for the Arizona Cardinals, I actually get a little bit jealous because he does his job as well as anyone in the league. He's played 64 games for Arizona starting this season, 60 sacks in that time frame. That's just under 1 per game. That type of success rate, well, not only...
Oh, they're on him too quickly back there, and it's blocked. And they're going to get the football here inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. And this is going to set up 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So a great special teams play. They block the punt, and excellent field position, 1st and goal. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They run toss to the right with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
There defensively.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Devon Kennard in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Going for the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the turnover, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
1st down, Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Murray. And the Raiders have got it. Malik Collins, his 2nd sack of the night. That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Malik Collins bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to...
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
15-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And now here's another interception. Picked up there at 32. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
They'll take over.
And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Murray.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
The 25-yard line.
Dancing to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Yards to go.
Now Murray. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. because otherwise...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Baker with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Yeah,
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
He's going to let it fly. This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Robert Alford. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose. I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
It's complete to Hopkins. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd.
55 yards.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. And that is incomplete, 7 seconds remaining. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
He was covered by Prince Amukamara.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Brings up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Murray again. And no, it's incomplete. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say goodnight from Las Vegas.